It's on camera. It's not working very well, late. It's still foggy. Late, what's happening with this movie? It's getting foggy.
2011.
I don't know.
Phil, I remember one time, I nearly got started on
For a year.
I remember one time I nearly got started on
Can you move that back a bit so I can...
I was in gallery, you know what that bird was wearing? Like the one you could only see her right.
Yeah.
We was in Galleria and we was in Superdrug, me and my pals, and there was some bird like that, right? Yeah. And I started making a joke. I was like, look, was she gonna rob and that? Yeah, look at her, you can't even see her face. And she heard me, and her husband was massive. Yeah, I mean, he was a British actor, and he was with two of his mates. I mean, they were massive like that. We come out of the shop, he come up to me, he goes, mate, can you come here, please? I was like, yeah. He goes, what was you saying about my? He goes, what was you saying about my wife? I was like, what? He goes, yeah, we heard you. What did you say about my wife? I was just saying, like, I was just saying to mate, if I walked in like that, I'd get pulled up in it. The guy's like, look, you want to walk now? Why you got the chance? My mate's like, you know what? Shut up and that.
I need. What I'm going to do, hopefully in the year.
You can't say you shut up in your own country.
Is get a laptop with a sort of built-in webcam thing.
Yeah, I hate it, man.
What I'll try and do in the year, when I get some, if I ever get my sister's money, I'll buy a laptop and then I can.
No, I can have that computer then.
Yeah. Oh, you got a computer, have you?
No.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kurt. When if I ever get Jacka's money, and I'm thinking about it, I'll buy a laptop with a built-in microphone. Yeah. Then you can have this computer because you could probably use my internet as well.
Can get my porn and everything.
Yeah. Right, I'll tell you what, Kurt. I'm not going to give it to you, but you're going to have it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, so I'll get a laptop. And you're not going to get anyone to nick it this time.
I didn't get... people keep saying I nicked his laptop, but I didn't nick his laptop. I fell out with the boys, and they come up here saying, Lee nicked the laptop. I fell out with them, and they come up here saying, I nicked the laptop. I didn't nick no laptop. How would I put out with a laptop?
You're actually in the other room, actually, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying.
You were in the other room, but one of your friends, three of your friends nicked my laptop that night. I was well pissed off. So tell you what, Kurt, if I get Jackass money, what I'll do, I'll buy a laptop and you can have this computer. Still mine, but you can have it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stay with it, you know.
I'm going to have to clean it off.
Yeah, and when are you going to look after your fucking cat? He was shitting in the bathroom yesterday.
Is that your cat?
The problem is...
cat shared diet.
Yeah, the problem is, Kurt, people keep closing doors. Yeah, but people keep closing doors, Kurt, and he got locked in the bathroom one night.
Really?
Yeah,
it's not me though.
No, it's not you. You weren't here. But I'm saying he was crapping.
See you now.
I had to clean the crap out of the bathroom, man. You're the daddy, I'm the mummy, right? He had to click the fucking. He had to. Where is it? It's right. It's fine.
He fucking loves me, this thing, man.
He was sort of like shitting in the bathroom all night long. I had to clean it.
What did you pay for a bill, or did you get given?
It took me an hour to clean up the bathroom after it.
That's alright, man.
He shitted all over the place. 10 quid, actually. No, they're fun, of course. Alright. Yeah, what were we talking about?
These fucking Muslims.
That's not fair.
That's all that's wrong.
No, get off.
This bread is my body. This wine.
Been matured for a year.
Look, it's the fucking Last Supper. It's 31st of fucking.
No.
Hold on. What date is it?
31st.
31st of December.
Yeah.
What year?
2012.
2012. What year is 2012?
2012.
Oh, 2000 and what?
2012. 12. I'm not repeating myself. It's 2012.
Alright. This bread is my butter. I ain't got any. But anyway, this wine is my blood. Oh, it looks like blood as well.
It's too bright.
No,
I've got to drink this blood.
No, but he said it looks like blood. It's too bright.
Yeah, but it looks like blood, doesn't it?
Darker. Do you know blood's actually blue before it? Blood in your body, it's blue. As soon as it touches oxygen, it turns red.
Am I reborn? No, a bit drunk at that. So, Kurt, what are you going to drink for the rest of the night?
Thank off and give me a nice little fucking touch, that is. I hope you didn't backwash.
No, you better see a bit of spit or something.
Yeah.
Hey, it would be the last stuff that we ain't been fed yet. Oh, you fancy cooking a meal tomorrow?
I don't know, mate. I ain't going to fucking be about tomorrow.
What are you up to tomorrow?
I don't know. Mrs. come back tomorrow, so.
Yeah. You're not cooking a meal. Oh,
I've got two on the go.
I think
Shirley,
he's dying.
I think Shirley wants to get back with me at the moment.
oh, she's still fancy.
You got two on
Yeah,
the go.
Sharon's still sweat. I think Sharon's still fancy.
I know that.
Poor bastard.
That's fucking
No, she's lovely.
trying
Girl.
to keep two happy at the same time.
She was drunk the other night and he did make a pass at her.
Who's Sharon?
Oh, God.
No,
She sent me a
Annie
Christmas
made
No,
a
no,
card.
pass
I
at
know
her.
because I was here.
Apparently, apparently
Yeah,
Annie
yeah.
made a pass.
I don't think I was here, but
Yeah,
I come in one
you
time.
know,
I
yeah.
come in, Andy was sitting there, she was sitting there, I walked in, I just got here, and she goes, alright, Bill, I'm going, so you keep making sexual advances to me. I was like, alright, then she left and I sat down.
Yeah, but she actually tries knocking your door sometimes when I go and put my rubbish
Someone
out.
knocked on my door a couple of days ago, about 4 o'clock. I started, come in, let me in! Who was that?
I'm
Do you ever hear it?
fucking, I wouldn't fucking knock on your door.
No, girl. It was a woman's voice.
Was it?
About
Oh,
three,
yeah.
3 or 4 days ago.
How'd you meet her then in here, obviously? Like?
Yeah, yeah.
No, she's my neighbour.
Yeah,
She
but
was
she loves
downstairs.
my door one night.
She's helped me a lot, Ash. Cause I used
Yeah,
to have
she's quite a nice girl.
she's a
but
lovely
sort of-
girl. Sharon's a lovely girl.
But she's not right in the head, you know
There
what
she
I mean?
is. She's perfectly right in the head. There's nothing wrong with that. Ash, the truth
I
is,
know what you mean.
about 2 years ago, there's this bitch, a real fucking bitch, called.
She sent me a
It wasn't your.
Christmas card.
Now, hold on. Let me say my bit about Sharon.
All right.
Let me say my bit. Let me say my bit.
Stop getting there. You're
You know,
fucking
not
dead.
your Lauren, another Lauren.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, not your Lauren, not the Lauren who used to come up here and listen to my stories. This was another Lauren who used to live downstairs. Because that's the problem with names, they get
Yeah,
confused.
carry on anyway. She used to
It's
live
not your
downstairs.
Lauren that
Yeah,
made
I
the
know,
film.
yeah. She used to live
But
downstairs.
there was the one who lived downstairs, used to live downstairs on flat 8. And every time at 10 o'clock in the evening, she used to bang on my fucking ceiling saying, "Shut your fucking noise!" I was playing at half volume. This is about 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago.
I'm not being very.
And actually, to be honest with you, no.
TV.
There was I used to have a bitch living downstairs, one floor, and she was bitching at me all the
Yeah.
time. And Sharon stuck up for me all the time. Sharon is lovely,
I love her.
Don't knock
To be.
Sharon.
No,
She's
I'm not
lovely.
knocking her.
and she'll be watching this tomorrow night.
Yeah.
But
I'm
no,
not knocking her.
Sharon is a lovely person.
I know that.
She's lovely. She's a good mate of mine. And because she was downstairs, she lives opposite. She was living opposite that bitch who used to fucking moan and moan at 10 o'clock at night that I was playing my films too loud. I had a fucking lot of hassle a few years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, and Sharon used to live opposite this bitch, and Sharon had to listen to her too. And they used to argue, this bitch used to argue with her boyfriend all the fucking time.
You just dribbled
Till
there, mate.
7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. From about 2 o'clock until about 7 o'clock in the morning, there was this bitch who used to live opposite to Sharon in the other flat. And she was moaning and they were screaming and shouting at the top of their voices all the time. And I was up here playing my movies, so they worked for the council complaining about my movies.
You're a
But
bit
Sharon
loud, though,
stuck
isn't it?
up for me. No, Sharon did stick up for me. So don't knock fucking Sharon.
Bill, now
She's-
you should have seen it, yeah.
Sharon is a lovely person.
You know what you're saying about noise? When I lived in Golding, right, there was 2 people above
Oh, you
me,
lived
yeah?
over there.
Yeah, I lived on floor 5, yeah. Floor 6, there was a big
Yeah, yeah.
fat bird, right, and her boyfriend was massive, right. Every night, me and my ex-girlfriend used to lay in bed, we'd hear him. And it went on, yeah. Like, I mean, they was doing it every day at one point, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like 3 times a day, waking me up and that, yeah. So I went and told Goldings, right. Goldings rang the police. The police have only come, give them an ASBO that they're not allowed to have sex after a certain time or before a certain time. So it's funny, man.
Sorry, what about sex?
Now, basically, right, this bird, that, like,
Yeah.
when I lived in Goldings, floor 5, there was a fat bird above me, yeah, floor 6, I mean, she walks and you could hear her on the floor going, and her and her boyfriend used to have sex all the time, right, I'll be sitting there watching a film, eating my dinner, I hear, I mean, it's like, like, really loud, like, you know, like, when I'll build, you know, like, when I'll build, knock at your door.
Yeah, yeah,
It was
yeah.
like that, yeah, on the scene.
Yeah.
And I left it for about a week, and then I went down and told Goldings, I said, look, you have to tell them, yeah, to shut up, because
Yeah.
I can't sleep. I was working at the time. I said, I got work at 6 in the morning, yeah, and they wouldn't shut up, innit? So Goldings rang the police went up there, give them an ASBO, they weren't allowed to have sex from a certain time. They was only allowed to have sex at like a certain time when I was at work, and then when I come home, I had to keep
Yeah.
it down. So then, do you know what? after they got the houseboat, me and my bird's like, you know what? I was like, she's like, babe, do you want to make some noise? I'm like, yeah. She's going, ah, babe, punching the ceiling. And I'm like, yeah. I was listening to us for a week, man. I was like, you can't get your back. You proper pitch, man. Don't worry. So you had a good day today?
What's
You
that?
had a good day today?
Yeah, not too bad, mate.
I got fuck. I could have gone to London, man. I shouldn't turn. Well, I could have gone to London. Like my mate, I was just telling Bill, yeah, my mate fucking. I rang him at 4. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm going to London tonight. Do you want to come? I said, I've got no money. And he goes, oh, I don't just something, right? Went down the bank. Got there at 20 to 5. Walked in there, yeah, because he ain't got a card.
Yeah.
Now all the systems down. He's like, what? You're telling me you shut in 20 minutes and all your systems are down? Went back there at 5 to all the systems are down. We're closing now. Couldn't get no money. He was going mad. So he managed to borrow 40 quid just to get there, like to London and a couple of drinks. He said, so I said, oh, otherwise I would have gone in it, but fuck that. Because I think he's going up there, then he's going to see the fireworks and all that.
Yeah, I could have gone somewhere tonight, but this one's sort of like settled down.
Yeah, man.
No, going to sort of say that tomorrow. I'm going to chill anyway. I'm going to go.
You're going to go now.
Yeah, man. I'm dealing with this shit.
Bill, I'm gonna go, man. I got a joke. Sit down. I've got a joke.
Alright,
One more joke. Let me finish my joke.
what's this joke?
I just had a very funny joke. Sit down.
Funny to him.
A Christian walks up to Albert Einstein, right? A Christian walks up to Einstein and says, hey mate, you must be really fucking stupid. You're not talking much. And Albert says, yeah, I'm thinking.
Well, I've got a joke.
That's it. No, we'll come back to that in a minute. If Kurt, you can stay.
No, I'm going
Right,
to
well, I've got one joke before you go, right? Yeah, there's a kid. He walked past the church. He's going to package. He's got all the houses.
Oh, you've done that
Yeah,
already.
the client told Kurt.
It's on the
Yeah,
film.
I know, but just tell him why he's here, Bill. Yeah.
Right.
He walks past the priest. He walked past the church. He goes, the package got all the houses. Package got all the houses. Priest comes out. He goes, right, next time, can you say something a bit like not offensive, like a bit nicer? So next day he comes past again. He goes, the package got all the houses. The package got all
Where's
the
the
houses.
stool?
So the priest stops. He says,
Yeah,
look. we're-
sitting on it. Oh, no, it's here.
So the priest says to him, he goes, look, I told you yesterday and I told you today.
Oh, Kurt, it's
Wait,
no,
wait.
no, it's on the films.
Yeah, I know, but he goes, if I have to tell you tomorrow, yeah, I'm going to call the police. The next day he comes past, he goes, Jesus was born in a stable. Jesus was born in a stable. He goes, yes, well done. How do you know Jesus was born in a stable? He goes, because the package has got all the houses. The package has got all the houses.
You heard of a thing called Carry On?
Oh, you say, man, you carry on.
Right, I'm going. You answer the door.
You can lock the door.
Yeah.
Can I refresh your memory about life? Can I refresh your memory about life? For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. The power. You slam it!
I said it weren't opening, not shutting.
I said, for thine is the power,
Yeah, I knew, mate.
the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Well, if it ain't going to be mine, it ain't going to be anybody else's. What a piece of shit this world is. I'm sorry, this camera. It's not the camera. It can't be the camera that's foggy, because of the fact that we tried the other camera, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit better now than what it was.
That's a bitch. Anything else you want to say, Leland, while
No.
we're here?
Oh yeah, we was talking about Anthony, weren't we?
He's a
Right.
lovely bloke.
No, I was saying about me. It's lucky that I sorted out of him, so like, it's not so much you're stuck in the middle.
I'm
I'm
not.
I'm not saying you would be stuck in the middle, but like I was saying, like if I weren't talking to Anthony
Yeah.
and I was here and he not, it's not fair for you to say Lee's here. Can you come back tomorrow?
Oh,
Or like Anthony be here and I knock and you say it's not fair, Lee. Like, or could you come back tomorrow? You know what I mean? It's just awkward for you. So I'm glad that we.
Well, you've been in
out.
prison for the last 9 months,
Yeah.
haven't you? You haven't seen the movies I made about
Nah,
me.
you know what I mean? No.
And it's been up there for about 8 months.
Yeah.
Well, 6 months, something
I'm
like
glad I
that.
sorted out of him because me and him.
You've
actually-
done good. We
Me
did
and him
good.
actually get on really well, mate.
He's a lovely bloke.
Me and Anne actually get on so
He
well.
does get very, very, very drunk.
Yeah.
But he's a lovely bloke. But what's the point of drinking if you don't get drunk?
Yeah, you know that.
At the end of the day, you know. Yeah. It's just that when he falls over.
Yeah.
I say,
Sometimes he does go OTT, don't he?
You're doing that hardcore fucking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You might as well drink petrol.
That's
man.
what I'm saying. It's like syrup. That's what it is. It's basically like syrup.
Yeah.
It's horrible, man.
Oh.
I remember when I met one of my
I
ex-girlfriends.
hate it.
Like,
It's not very nice.
it's like
It
Bill,
doesn't taste very
yeah,
nice.
I know. It's like when I met one of my ex-girlfriends years ago, right? We're talking about 6 years ago. We lived in a flat where Anthony lives, and the geezer we was renting a room off. He said to me, "We'll come round for a beer before you move in," and he gave me a Super 10 at 9%. I mean, I had one sip, and he was looking at me like, "Do you like it?" And I had to smile and quickly swallow it and say, "Yeah, it's nice, man." And he was like, "Well, do you want another one?" He kept trying to give me it, and I had this one beer for literally 4 hours. It was so strong.
But what's the point of drinking? I mean, I don't drink that to get drunk.
Drinks to
I drink to
socialise,
socialise.
yeah.
I've run out of beer tonight. We run out of beer tonight. I got one more beer
Yeah.
for myself. I've completely run out of beer tonight. But I think I've had about. Ginger came up with Ashley about 4:30.
And
I mean, I do love Ginger, man. But 4:30 in the morning, in the afternoon, I was asleep.
It's probably
I went
because
to
he
bed
was going
about
partying,
10.
isn't it? That's
No,
probably
no, it's more than welcome.
why. No, but I'm saying it's probably
But
because
it's
he was
like-
going to London, that's why
Yeah,
he
but
wanted to come up.
then Vicky and Drew came out. And then Anthony came up. And then you came up.
And then Kurt
And then
come up.
Kurt came around. And it's like I've only got 10 or 12 pound a day to spend on beer.
So did you buy today just 20, did you?
Yeah, that's all I could afford.
Yeah, I know, I'm just saying, yeah.
I see, I ain't got the money to pay
Yeah,
beer
I
for
know,
sort of
yeah.
like 6 people. It's lovely to have people's company. I do enjoy people's company, my mates' company. But I can't really afford to pay for beer for everybody. I even had to tell Ginger and what's her name?
Actually,
No,
Hayley?
Ashley. Whatever. But I even had to tell them that I just ain't got the money. I've got to get some sleep. So I was exhausted, so I had an hour's kip afterwards. But I had to tell them that I can't give you lots of beer.
it's like the same as me, yeah.
I've got
Like,
no money. I don't like feeling like that.
always,
I'd love to have loads. To be honest with you, I'd love to have loads of money,
yeah.
and then
Right,
I could
everyone
buy.
would,
Then I
you
could
know
buy
what I mean?
beer for everybody if
Yeah.
I had loads of money. But I ain't got no money. And people don't.
See, that's the thing with us. I know, like, you know, we don't come up here for beer, but like, even if you didn't buy beer, we'd still come up here. It's just like when we walk in, you're like, I've got no beer. It's like, Bill, we don't care about the beer. We come to see you.
I
Like,
know,
you're our friend,
I know. But the point is like
you know what I
I
mean?
like people to get to enjoy.
It's like that as well. If
I
you're
like
drinking, you don't like seeing someone else not drink. You know what I mean, kind of thing.
people think I'm an alcoholic completely.
Yeah.
I don't drink beer. On my day off, I don't drink beer till about 6 o'clock.
I mean, if you're an alcoholic, you wake up shaking. You go to bed shaking until you get a beer.
But it is true, I do buy 20 cans of beer a day for £13. It costs me £13 or £12 or whatever. Probably about £15.
No, it's like you know what me and Andy.
No, but the point is, right, that 20 cans of beer between me and my pals.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not just drinking it alone. Truth is, I've got about 3 or 4, well, 3, usually most days, I've got about at least 3 people come up here. So I share it between 3 people.
Yeah.
So we each get about 7 cans of beer each.
Yeah.
But we only drink about 7 cans each, really,
Mm.
in realism.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I have a good time, you have a good time, and they have a good time.
Yeah.
And we all have a good time. But that's what the beer is for. I don't mind paying for it, for say 3, the point is, it's like people think I'm an alcoholic and I'm wasting my money spending it on beer. But if I can entertain 3 people a night,
Yeah, you know that.
then it's worth the fucking
It's like,
price.
no, it's like you know what me and Anthony was talking about yesterday. Basically, when he was with his ex-missus, I used to go around there all the time.
Right?
And Anthony went to hospital because of his drinking. The ambulance had to come get him, Bill, put him in the ambulance, right? And like I said, when I tidied out his ex-missus's house full of the beer cans, I mean, literally, no exaggeration, there was over 5,000, and that was just from Anthony in the space.
Sorry, what's that?
Like, literally, basically, when I used to hang around with Anthony and Tracy, his ex-missus, the one that I slept with,
Yeah.
when I used to hang around with them, like one time Anthony drunk so much where the ambulance had to come, like he literally stopped breathing. Yeah, the ambulance come.
Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony.
Anthony was here earlier.
Yeah, Anthony, he's so bad at drinking. That's what I'm saying. He's been drinking so much. Like basically, he had to go to hospital because he stopped breathing. That he couldn't cope. Though, yeah, he looked so bad, right? And basically, him and his missus went, and I said, look, I'll look after the house because they had the dogs. And I swear down, Bill, yeah, on my mum's life, I must have took out no word of a lie over 1,000 cans, and that was just from Anthony in the space of 2
From his
months.
house.
Yeah, in the house.
Oh wait, there's 1,000 cans in the house.
Literally, like in black bags and that, like, because they be
You're joking, that's what they did with my videos.
Yeah, no, I swear.
But that, what, you mean there's 1,000 cans in the house?
Yeah, like, I swear down, like, basically, Anthony went to hospital, yeah, I went in the back garden, there was 3 black bags, I mean, the biggest black bags you can buy, full of beer cans.
Yeah.
I went in the bedroom, there must have been about over 90 on the floor, over 90, 100 cans on the floor. There was all the kitchen was full of them. I mean, no lie. When Anthony went to hospital, yeah, I said I'm going to take everything out alcohol related, so he don't come back and drink. I mean, I swear down, I was at Co-op for literally 3 hours, Bill. Yeah, one by one doing these cans. That's how many there were. Like literally, I took 3 bags up there. I'd done about over 800 cans. I had to come back, get more, go back up there. I was literally up there 3 hours.
That state?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know, man.
So, I'm Macy's still alive.
Yeah, that's like that.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year, man. Like that's what I got told. But he used to be so bad at drinking. Like every day, he used to drink. I'd go around Treasure sometimes at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. He's paralytic already, and he carries on drinking.
Wow.
But he drinks so bad, man. His liver.
That's why we had to kick him out last week.
Yeah, but I'm saying his liver must be fucked. That's what I'm saying. For the amount he used to drink, I don't see how he even gets drunk.
I don't know. It's amazing. But I only actually drink about, say, 7 cans a day.
Mm.
I've never, ever, actually, alright, let's make a point. Mum's on YouTube. I said mum's on YouTube. But anyway, let's make a point of it then. The point is, right, I have never, ever injected a drug.
Yeah, I neither.
I've never used a needle to. This is for my mother.
I neither. Right.
For my mum. Happy New Year, mum.
Horrible.
I have never,
Happy New Year.
ever injected a drink. The truth is.
A drink, a drug, you mean?
Yeah. The truth is, mum, this is for my mummy. The truth is, I do buy 20 cans of beer a day. And the truth is, I have about 3 or 4 really good mates. Well, I've got loads of good mates. I've got hundreds of mates. I've had 6 up tonight. But the truth is, I share my beer with my friends, with my pals.
You've had 8 up tonight.
Well, I share my beer with my friends, with my pals. And yes, I do smoke marijuana. And I do smoke marijuana with my pals. But I very rarely have the need to drink to be lonely. So I'm never lonely, mum. I get up at 4 o'clock every morning. This is for my mother.
He's got us as well.
I get up at 4 o'clock, well 4:30 every morning. No, 5:30 every morning. Alarm goes off at 4. I start work at 6 as a postman, right? I work from about 6 o'clock till about 3 o'clock, 2:30 in the afternoon. Right, and I'll have a nap for about 4 hours until about 6 o'clock in the evening. And from 6 o'clock till about midnight or 1 o'clock, I smoke pot, I smoke marijuana, and I drink beer with my friends. Literally, what I do is my life. I smoke marijuana and I drink beer with my friends. Now, people tell me that I'm wasting my life. Have you seen the scars on their wrists? Have you seen the razor blades on their wrists? I know so many people who have been cutting up their wrists over the years because they're suicidal and they hate life. I have a wonderful life.
Why don't they just do it properly and hang on?
Yeah, but okay, maybe I overdo it a bit. But I spend my money, 20 quid a day maybe on marijuana. Literally, this is the honest, God's honest truth. And maybe sort of like 12 quid a day on beer, that's 30 quid off, But I have a fucking good night every night of the year. Except New Year when we run out of beer. Oh, we have a good night now, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
But the point is that people keep telling me, my brothers have told me, that I should make my actually Jim. I was chatting to Jim actually.
Yeah, he said.
No, actually, no. Jackie's funeral. This is the truth. You want the truth? I'll give you the truth. 2012, end of the year. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My sister Jackie died this year.
Yeah, no, sorry, mate, you weren't.
No, that's cool. That's cool. But the point is, Mum, about Jack. We had the greatest childhood in the universe. We had the most wonderful fun. When I was a child, I had the most wonderful childhood anybody could possibly imagine. I had my big sister to look after me. Jackie used to look after all of us. Even when Mum went to work, Jackie was the babysitter. But anyway, she's dead. And anyway, no, I'm not a Christian, no. But anyway, yeah, I was sort of like born in heaven. Been downhill ever since.
What was you saying at Jackie's funeral?
No, I was thinking of something else actually. What was I talking about?
Saying about your brother, what he said to you or something.
Oh yeah, well, at Jackie's funeral, Robert. Sorry, Jackie. See, I've got pals, man. You know, I've got enough pals. At Jackie's funeral, Robert said to me, with big brother Robert, I had to take him for a walk. I forced him to go for a walk at Jackie's funeral. I literally forced Robert. I said, Robert, look, we need to have a chat. Because we were getting very separate, getting very distant.
Yeah.
So I literally, as it's New Year's Eve, I literally took my brother for a walk. Have a cup of tea after this, yeah. Do you make a cup of tea for us, bloke? After this. We ain't got no beer. Anyway, I took Robert for a walk. I said, Rob, look, man, we've been going so far apart over the years. He says, yeah, but you don't really, you know. In fact, let's go back. No, but I was chatting about that. So we've been going so far apart over the years. Mum's watching this, I hope. And I said, look, we should be brothers. We are brothers. There's only 1 year apart from us. 14 months. He says, yes, but you should really lay off the drugs and stop taking drugs. I'm saying, I'm not really. Well, I do. I do take drugs. I've taken LSD. I've seen more than you can imagine. I have taken LSD. I walked stark naked to the Forum in Hatfield, Hertfordshire. Mum. I walked stark naked to the Forum and back, and my mum and dad answered the door. So my parents know that I have taken LSD, because I took LSD. I walked stark naked to the Forum and back, and my mum and dad answered the door. And I said, oops. I said, oops. Now, I knocked on the door and my mum and dad answered the door, and I was stark bollock naked, and there's police sirens everywhere. It was wonderful. But anyway, my mum and dad know me quite well, really. When I was tripping with LSD, I walked naked, completely stark bollock naked to the Forum and back. And I got home and I had forgotten the key. I knocked on the door and Mum and Dad answered the door. Imagine that. But I have never, ever injected a drug. I have never, ever cut myself. And I am very, very happy every fucking day. I drink about, actually, truthfully, I drink about 8 pints or 9 pints a day, 9 cans a day. Really. So I divide it between me and my friends, like Lee. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and Anthony, and Vicky, and all my mates come up here, and I get about a 20 cans of beer a day, and I share it with my friends. So I'm not really that bad an alcoholic, am I?
No, if you're an
But
alcoholic,
Robert keeps telling me,
alcoholic,
but hold on. Robert was telling me to stop taking drugs, Bill. Stop taking drugs. He thinks I'm a heroin addict. I would never inject. Why the fuck would I want to inject? I'm already here. I'm already in heaven. Why would I inject? So, Mum, please don't believe that I would inject myself with any fucking
you probably
drug.
do the weakest drug. Cannabis is the weakest drug.
Well, no, it's not a
no,
drug.
No, I'm not saying weakened.
Cannabis is a weed.
Just mellows you
Cannabis
out.
is a herb, Lee.
Yeah.
Cannabis is a herb. But I swear to God, Mum, I have never injected blood. Someone accused me of being a heroin addict once. About my auntie, actually, one of my aunties. But I would never inject a drug, Mum. I only smoke my pot. And I drink my beer with my friends most of the time. With my pals. Alright, Lee, what do you want to say?
Nothing. I'm just saying, yeah. I know.
Yeah, come on.
Like the same with me. That's all I do is smoke weed. But I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying I've not done heroin or nothing ever like that. But I'm saying it depends what mood I'm in. Like if I'm sitting at home.
Yeah.
Like, just say if I'm sitting around here with like loads of people and we're watching films and that, then I'll smoke weed. But if I'm going out clubbing and that, then I tend to buy coke. Just because green's like a down buzz. Like you smoke it, you just want to chill out, go to sleep and do nothing. But if you do coke and that, you're up all night like raving and that.
Yeah.
So it depends. I suppose it depends what mood you're in. But the only reason I have to stick to weed because coke's so expensive, man. I mean, £50 for like 3 lines when I could buy an 8 of weed for £20 and get 8 or 9 splits,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, or whatever, or 5 or 6 splits, you know what I mean? That's just stupid, really, man. It's not that now. Cannabis is.
But I don't really drink.
Apparently, they're meant to be legal. Like the thing is with Amsterdam, it's legal in Amsterdam, yeah. And look what happens in Amsterdam. They're trying to say how can we get out of drugs in England? In Amsterdam, yeah, like drugs is legal. There's hardly no trouble there to do with drugs and that, you know what I mean? So,
Well, in Amsterdam. I've never been to Amsterdam.
Yeah.
I've been to Amsterdam.
nah, but my mate's been in Amsterdam, and he said like in Amsterdam you can't smoke in the street. You have to go to cafes,
Oh,
all
right.
cafes. But like you can go in a cafe and say, "Can I have this?" Blah blah blah. But he said in Amsterdam it's illegal to smoke on the street. It's actually illegal. If you get caught smoking on the street, you get fucked. If you get caught selling drugs in Amsterdam, you get done because you can get it at the cafes and that. But I'm saying, like he said, there's hardly no trouble there ever. You know what I mean? To do like, there's no trouble ever to do with drugs and that. So if they legalised it over here, you know what I mean? There'd be no stabbings or no shootings because people owe money for drugs and you know what I mean, stuff like that. It'd just be all you could go to the shop, buy it, and that's you done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, Amsterdam.
What do you know about Amsterdam? Have you been to Amsterdam?
Nah, but my mate's been.
I'll tell you what we have to do after this movie. We'll play this movie. After this.
Mm.
Can you make a cup of tea?
Mhm.
We'll play this movie after we finish making it. We'll play a movie and we'll play an Amsterdam movie.
Yeah, you have to watch it. Yeah.
For YouTube. And we're
Yeah.
going to load it onto it
Yeah,
afterwards.
no, because my mate said like Amsterdam. He said it's good. Yeah, he said like fucking. He said the party life is wicked out there. He said there's like one street bill. Yeah, you know, like the size of I don't know. You know where you do your postal round. You know, you go up the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, say from the top of that
Or
hill.
Cherry Hill.
Yeah, you know this.
Yeah, what about Cherry Hill?
No, you know this hill.
No,
here?
but what were you saying about Cherry Hill?
No, I'm not saying nothing about Cherry Hill, but basically, I know you're about to joke, but basically I'm saying that big long road up there, yeah, from here to your mum's, I'd say, all the way to the top, yeah, in Amsterdam, they have a prostitute strip. And he said, obviously there's geezers, there's women, he said, you walk down, they're all in the window, like, blah, blah, blah. You can,
Is that was the sitting in the window?
yeah, like, there's windows, basically, just say, yeah. Right. So just say, yeah, that this is a strip bill, yeah, like, just say this whole thing's a strip. You'll have a window there with a woman.
Camera.
Right, basically, yeah, just say this is a whole strip along here. You'll have a window here, it will have a bird in. That 2 seconds, another window with a bird in, and you can choose, if you want guys, you choose. There's a security guard outside. You walk up, so I want that woman. The geezer goes, pay the money. You pay the money, then you walk out, like once you've done it.
Alright. I may as well stay at home.
But he said the nightlife over there is mad, though.
Yeah? What do they do in the nightlife?
He just said it's bad over there, like.
Hey?
It's not round here, like round here, even when you go to a full club, there's like 500 people. He said in Amsterdam, it's just mad, like, the whole street is packed, chocker.
Yeah?
Yeah, he said it's wicked out there. He said like for an 1/8 of weed, it's about 16 quid, and he said it's 10 times stronger than what you get in England.
They used to do it door to door in Amsterdam.
No, he said you could order it, like if you ring up the pizza place.
I'll tell you what we'll do after this film. We'll play an Amsterdam movie, yeah?
I'm just saying, like, it's nearly New Year's, you might as well wait, Bill. We've got 3 minutes.
No, what I'm thinking, yeah, I know, but what I'm thinking is that afterwards movie, I'll play an Amsterdam movie, put that on it. Save this one.
He was telling me, like, as well, like, if you ring up takeaways and that, you can ask them, like, if you've got any scope for sale. If they have, they're like, they give you it and that. He said it's mad, like you could just ring up places at 12 o'clock and get them to drop you weed to your hotel room.
I got no money. I got no
just saying, for
fucking.
instance, like you come back from a night out, like just say for instance you come back from a night out here, we have to get back to Hatfield at like 1 o'clock in the morning, then try and get weed off someone if they're up. But I'm saying, I'm saying over there at 1 o'clock in the morning, you could just ring up somewhere and say, yo, I want an eighth delivered, and they come and deliver it to your hotel room and that.
Alright.
It's wicked over there.
Yeah.
I want to go out there sometime, like next year.
Have you ever been there? We'll have to go to close door.
Connor's been.
Yeah, Connor went
Connor's
there.
been there. Connor got the sash up. Connor said it's good over there.
I'd love to go there. I've never been to Amsterdam.
Yeah, neither have I. That's what I want to go.
Never been to Amsterdam. Well, we'll go there after this movie and have a look at a couple of films.
Yeah, it's
Cheech
cheap.
and Chong. You ever seen Cheech and Chong in Amsterdam?
Yeah.
You seen that one?
Because you know, Bill, it's cheap. Like it's cheap out there in Amsterdam. Do you know a flight? Yeah, from England to Amsterdam, return is £30. So you could fly there and back for 30 quid, and then you just got to take, I don't know, say if you're staying there for 2-3 days, you've got to take, I don't know, about £300 for the hotel and your weed and shit. But you know what I mean? He said it's cheap compared.
Tell you what we'll do after this. We'll do that after this. Yeah, carry on. I'm
Yeah,
getting
I'm saying it's like Thailand. Yeah, Thailand is the cheapest place you can go in the world.
Hey, a bloke asked me if I was going on holiday this year. I said Bangkok. So he said, where are you going on holiday this year? I said, Bangkok. He said, yeah, I know that, but I'm not. Sorry, start again. Are you thinking of going anywhere on holiday? I said, Bangkok. He said, yeah, I know that, but where are you going on holiday? I said, Thailand. So he said, what, are you into bondage now?
Happy New Year, Bill.
Happy New Year now.
12 o'clock with fireworks going on.
Alright. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year,
Lee. Happy New Year's Day. Clear cup of tea. 2013. And we're making a movie, and I'm not in it.
Sorry, I'm just looking at fireworks. 2013, Happy New Year.
What do they look like? Describe the fireworks.
They look alright, man. They're fucking. They're like rockets.
Oh, they look like fucking any other fucking fireworks. Yeah. There's many white stripes. Late. Fucking fireworks like every other fucking.
These are wicked, bro. If you can get your computer here, bro, you want to get it. These are wicked.
I'm not gonna work. Fireworks is fireworks. Happy New Year, everybody. Yeah, we've done it properly this year, haven't we, Ma? Hey? Happy New Year. Ah, fuck it. So, what have you been up to with your life? Have you had a good life? Did you have a good time with your life? I mean, like, enough to base a movie on. Huh? It's 2003 now. So, do you have a good life? Enough to base a movie on? Let's finish it off. Ow!